channel today, and we are doing a brand new Sims 4 speed build today. And so today is definitely going to be a really great day because I am building yet another not so affordable home in Willow Creek on a 20 by 15 lot, but I am only using base game and get famous for my save file that I have a particular family that I have created in my head that I will be recording a cast video in the next couple of days for you guys to see, and I will explain everything in this video, but also that cast video that will probably most likely be up this weekend. But I have been in the building mood lately for the past couple of weeks and days, technically, mostly just days, not weeks, because school was technically crazy. But the past couple of days, I've been quite inspired to go back to my save file, finish it, and get it done so you guys can play in it and like look at all the families and the generations and the family trees and all sorts of other fun and crazy drama-filled creativity that I have conjured up in my head onto The Sims 4. So basically, I don't know. I'm calling this house the Empty Nesters just because I made a family in my head and I wrote it down on like a Google Doc link or a Google Doc that I was like working on for the past couple of days. And I had in mind of a 5-generation type family. And you're thinking, this boy is legit crazy because 2 of the generations will probably be dead, which you're correctly right. The 2 other generations will be dead, but the 3 generations will still be alive, which makes sense. But like, still, why would I make a 5-generation like family knowing the fact that 2 of the generations will be like dead and gone in like a graveyard area that I will probably end up be building? Because my mindset is like, I want to have as many generations as possible in The Sims 4 in my own save where I can tell a story throughout like their generations and like what happened in their past life, their current life, and what's going to happen in their future, and what they've done to get to this point in their lives. And that's what I want my save file to be, a very story-filled, drama-filled save. Just like The Sims 2 of Pleasant View, but my own types of drama that may or may not involve some of the drama that happens in Pleasant View. Either way, I really just have been inspired to build something like this for a while, and the fact that I built this house at 1 a.m. in the morning, okay, let's just be real here. I was delirious. I was so tired that I was going to fall out of my chair, and I was like, what's happening with my life at that point? Like, I was very like not being sane for that point in time. So I was like, let's just build. Let's just go into Sims 4. Granted, I was done streaming at the time, and I was just like getting things done with like homework and school before going to my parents' house for the weekend and everything else. So I just been like really like spinning around like crazy, getting everything done. So I was like very stressed out. And I was like, you know, Sims calms me down. Sims is like my stress reliever, my stress buster that could calm myself down and be calm and be happy and lighthearted and positive about life. So I wanted to build something that was more towards like family and, you know, generations and legacies and see where it goes. And I came up with the Empty Nesters house, and I believe it's like around like 60 to 69 some odd thousand simoleons on the gallery. And if it's like 63, it might be that around that range actually, just because the fact that I have 5 generations, it makes sense to have the house that price because, you know, families come and go, they move as they please whenever they want to, they get married, they have kids, they earn a job, they get all this lump sums of money throughout their careers and their jobs and like their professions and whatnot. And my thought is like one of like the siblings or whoever in the family had a lot of money and they wanted to build their parents or like their relatives a house for them to live in. And this is actually generation 3 of, yeah, this is generation 3. So like the grandparents live here and their kids kind of basically built them a house from scratch and told them, oh, we bought you a new house, blah, blah, blah. And so they moved here. And like, granted, their old house was like legit too large for them because like the grandparents were like in their 60s or 70s, around like that range. So like they couldn't really walk up the stairs as much because like one of the parents developed arthritis and they couldn't really walk up 3 flights of stairs or whatever. Like their house was like, they had a second floor, and they also had a basement. So they had like a lot of stairs to like walk up and down constantly every single day. And they knew that their parents wouldn't last a long time, and they wanted them to live comfortably and, you know, affordably, where they wouldn't have to pay all these bills based on like, you know, their Medicare or whatever, like their AARP thing, that stuff in The Sims. And like they didn't really want to have them to deal with all those bills, so they wanted to make it very small, compact, only livable for like 2 Sims, but still have enough room for like family and, you know, hanging out for a little bit. But they wanted to keep it just for themselves. So granted, they have had 3 kids, and they have 6 grandchildren. Oh my gosh. So I'm a little bit stressed out about that, because 5 generations, 2 parents, 3 kids, 6 grandkids. That's a lot of Sims I'm gonna have to create. And now that I said it in a video, I'm gonna have to do it. And I'm gonna be a little bit excited, but also nervous, because it's all gonna be custom content free. Oh my gosh, but it's gonna be okay. I'll be fine. As long as I get all the parents and the kids done, I'll be fine. Because the kids, I don't really care, but I'll alter their facial features a little bit, but not too drastically. Like, they don't look like their parents, but you know, you can do whatever you want whenever you get the save file. You can dress them up custom content wise or no custom content. It's however you play your gameplay. But the sake of the save file, I want to make it all CC free, so no custom content, no mods. I will be using nothing in this save at all. Anyway, back to the story. Like I said, 2 grandparents, 3 kids, 6 grandchildren. This house is only 63 some odd thousand simoleons, and 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. And I was gonna put a laundry room in this house, but I was like, you know, at the time when I was like building it, I wasn't gonna make it base game and get famous. I was gonna make it base game completely. But then I thought, what the heck? As I was building it, I was like, you know, I want to see what I can do creativity wise, but like not make it too crazy and like too overcluttered, but very lived in a way. So I wanted to keep it get famous because it's like a new pack, but also the style of the family came from like the 70s, but wanted to keep it very modernized in like 2019 like eyes. So that's what they wanted to do. That's what the kids wanted to do. So what they basically did, they built the entire house. Then they moved all their parents' furniture to their new house, had to sell most of the stuff, had to put some of the stuff in storage because they had way too much stuff, because their family home was there for about a couple, you know, 40 years. 40 years they lived in that big, you know, 5-bedroom house. A lot of bedrooms, a lot of bathrooms, a lot of laundry. Too much laundry, actually. Way too much. 40 years they have had that house. And it was time for them to move. Like, they were so old and like so tired of like going up and down the stairs that they just couldn't deal with it anymore. But just they didn't have the heart to sell their house, or really just like tell the kids that we're selling your childhood home and blah blah blah. And like, it was a lot for them. And the kids like saw it in their parents' eyes that, you know, we're getting older, they're getting older, they won't live forever, and the house is so old and so big that we feel they all 3 of them collectively just thought to themselves that, you know, our parents need a house that they can live in comfortably but also affordably, that they don't have to like struggle financially or physically, basically, because, you know, they want them to live a very healthy life. And I gave the lot traits like very homey, bracy breeze, and I think also a sunny aspect, I believe. And those 3 lot traits really inspired me to build this house. Very small, family orientated, not too cluttered, but something, a style that a grandparents would live in, that they had kids and they moved on and they want to also move on as well. And that's what I wanted to do. So I like it. It's great. I might live in this house myself one day in the future in real life, if I ever built this house in real life, because I am not an architect. So I might have someone I might pay someone to build me my dream house. a mid-century modern house would be a perfect style for me, actually. And I just recently discovered that mid-century modern, like country styled mid-century or country mid-century modern farmhouse style furnishing style is more of like me, because I was looking at a house in Salt Lake, Utah, and I was like, whoa, hold up, this house looks like literally my style. Like I love mid-century modern, and I think the furnishing style was mid-century modern, but it was like very country farm style like, and like the price range wasn't that bad. Like houses granted are expensive, but like I think it was 180,000 like around that range of a price of a house. And I was like, okay, not that bad of what I would think a house would cost. And I mean, I could possibly afford it if I, took out a house loan, but I don't have that type of time or patience to do that. But luckily for me, my birthday month, a lot of changes are gonna happen very soon, and I'm excited for it, but that's just me. So, like I said, I was going to put laundry day stuff in here, but I didn't want to put 3 packs in it just because I wanted to keep it very minimal, very small, and not too over-cluttered and not compact with all the packs. So if you have laundry day stuff, you can probably end up replacing the shower or the bathtub / shower with just a regular shower and putting like the stackable wash and dryer next to it if you wanted to do that. I mean, you can if you want, but that's like your general opinion if you want to do that. But I think I might build a laundromat probably in each and every world, because every world is different. And Willow Creek, I might probably renovate the gym and put like a laundry mat next to it, like a gym / laundry mat, just because I want to keep all of those 4 lots: the library, the museum, the bar or the club, whatever, the lounge, and the gym, all in the same row, but kind of at different segments to it, if that makes any sense, where your Sims can still, like if your Sims live in Willow Creek and they do not travel to other worlds, and that's how you play your game, I want to give your Sims those opportunities and like those places, those buildings they can go to on a day-to-day basis and kind of just hang out with like family, their friends, and do whatever. And if they ever decide to go on vacation or traveling to like a different world just for fun, they can do that. So every world will probably have their very own laundromat, just because I feel like every world should have their very own thing, and I kind of like that idea. So this is a perfect time to probably just end up stop talking, because I have not recorded a video or a voiceover for a speed build in over 2 weeks, and I'm kind of stuttering to the point where I'm like, how do I actually record a voiceover when I'm trying to talk storytelling wise? I mean, one day I will get to that point where I'm fully talking about the build and fully talking about the story, about the whole family, but I will probably get into the family story in the Creative Sim this weekend, because there's a lot of kids. A lot of kids. So 2 grandparents, 3 kids, a family of 5 that expands out to 6 grandchildren. Whoa, hold up. 2 grandparents, 3 kids, 6 grandchildren. I was about to say, hold the phone. I am not making 5 children. So yeah, there's gonna be, so the order I'm gonna have to go into, I have to put the first 2 lines of the family tree, how do I put it? Grandparents, great-grandparents, the great-great-grandparents, I have to make them first, then the great-grands, and then the grandparents, and then the children, and then the actual 5th generation of the whole family lineage. It's gonna be a while. It's going to be forever and a day to get everything done. But overall, I'm excited for this family. I'm excited for you guys to download this house, to save file whenever I get released. But it is all done for this video, because I can talk for literally days, but that's okay. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below, as always, of what you thought of this house. Do you guys want me to build something different, something the same? If you guys want me to build something exciting for the next speed build, let me know in the comments below. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!